key cornerstone of our society is that everyone has equal access to justice under the law. And it is not true. Individuals who have counsel frequently win. Without lawyers, they almost always lose.
Lily is our great-granddaughter. Her biological father is our oldest grandson.
Lily's parents lived in our area in San Bernardino. They had no water, they had nothing, just drugs. At that time, I don't think they wanted any of the kids. That's a harsh thing to say, but I do know that. And there were years where I would say, well, do you want Lily back? And she'd say, oh, no, not yet. So it turned out to be 12 years.
I was trying to get more food stamps for me and my son, and out of nowhere, I get a phone call. My son's mom was calling me. She doesn't want anything to do with my son anymore. She had abandoned him in Union Station, which is a train station in the middle of downtown Los Angeles. I just drove there as fast as I can and started looking everywhere. I went to the security, went to the taxi people. For a whole 2 days, I didn't really go home. I was just at the train station. But they didn't find him. My son's mom had taken him. She just ran.
Our office is deeply involved in matters that relate to families. Sometimes we'd have clients who would seek our help, who we couldn't assist for some reason, and we would refer them to Levitt and Quinn. And we developed a partnership in assuring that people who could best be served by Levitt and Quinn got access to Levitt and Quinn.
Anna is my attorney. She's a very special person to me. I don't even think she knows it, but she's really saved my family, and I love her for it.
When Daniel came in, he hadn't seen his son for about a month, and he had filed paperwork with the court, but he did not file it correctly. We helped him to get the paperwork. We went to the hearings with him. It ended up taking several hearings. It took almost a year.
Every time I went to court, I wasn't worried because of Anna. She didn't just take the case as another case. It was almost like she's fighting for her own kid. So once my son's mom found out that I had a really great attorney, she didn't like it. She didn't like it one bit.
The thought of adoption is somewhat intimidating. If we'd have went into there trying to represent ourselves, we'd probably be in jail by now. But
the Del Rey family was a very compelling case because these were two great-grandparents that came into our office seeking to adopt their great-granddaughter who had been in their care since she was 6 or 7 months old. The birth parents were appointed counsel and initially said they would agree to the adoption and then change their mind multiple times. Parents have a right to counsel, and the adopting parties do not have that same statutory right to representation. So a lot of times, parties do not move forward in finalizing adoptions because they don't have the means. They're intimidated by the process. The Del Reys are retired, and the thought of having to spend Lily's college tuition or their retirement funds on litigating this case, I think, was concerning.
The financial part was absolutely frightening to us. Whatever we have for retirement would have gone for that.
from our standpoint, the focus was always Lily and what was best for Lily.
We knew we had to do it, and we wouldn't have it any other way. We're a little family over here.
Hello. Me, Kenny.
Because of all the moving around and him living in shelters with his mom and everything, he really never had his own place. The main goal for us was for him to talk about his emotions and not to be scared to share it, because he doesn't have to deal with it alone. I'm here, and I get to share it with him. There's no reason for him to feel like he has to take care of himself anymore, because that's my job. He looked at me and he says, "You know, Daddy, I like you here. I like living with you. I'm very proud of you, Daddy. And I was like, okay.
Thumbs up.
He's just completely changed. He's a kid again.
The work that Levitt and Quinn does really impacts families in our communities. I love being able to say, don't worry, we'll get you through this.
For somebody to just do that is absolutely amazing. To do that for others.
I think Levitt and Quinn does have a huge impact. I think it changes lives. I'm not sure what Daniel would have done if Levitt and Quinn wasn't here. It would have been a lot harder for him, I think, to be able to get that access to justice.
Everything they did was a blessing. They were a miracle. They were. Levitt and Quinn was a miracle.
It's children that make me want to come to work and work so hard. They motivate me. It's being able to look at them and tell them no one's taking them away from where they are.
I think when you look at Lily, you see what Levitt and Quinn did. Here's a girl that's living a perfectly normal 12-year-old girl life. She's in Girl Scouts, she's ice skating. She has friends come over and spend the night. That's a normal life that girl would not have because of Levitt and Quinn.